from the Smithsonian's DJ the Kid.
RJ the Beast.
And today we are going to do the scariest things caught in the woods.
Caught in the woods on deer cams.
Oh yeah.
So without further ado, let's move on. Here we go.
That's already scary.
Here are 15 of the creepiest photos accidentally captured on trail cameras. 15.
I don't know.
Bigfoot's evening stroll.
Oh.
There are literally hundreds of thousands of supposed Bigfoot sightings every year in the United States of America alone.
It looks like a
However,
gorilla.
a shockingly low percentage of
Yeah,
them
the deer
has been
spotted
shot
it
on
too.
trail cameras. Moreover, in
How many of us would be like that deer, though? If I was in the woods seeing Bigfoot, I'd be like...
Bro, I'd so be like that deer. My ears would pop up, my hair would pop up on my arms.
Yeah.
probably less shocking, only very few Bigfoot trail camera pictures are in any way credible. This is one of them. In the upper right of this image, we can just about make out what looks to be a hairy bipedal creature leaving the clearing in which the trail camera is erected and entering the dense collection of
Leave us a comment.
branches
Tell
and
me if you think that
leaves.
looks like Bigfoot.
Giving
Looks like
credibility
bear.
to this
I don't know
picture
what
as
that looks- could
legitimate
be a bear.
Bigfoot sighting is the reaction of the deer in the foreground. While
Yeah, look
the
at the deer.
animal
That's
what I
has
first
been
noticed.
peacefully inspecting the trail camera, it is clearly unsettled by the presence of the abnormally
Is this just me, or is that deer pretty?
yeah, it's like a perfect deer. Looks like a picture.
I know.
It looks like a picture in front of the video.
Exactly. That deer is perfect.
large beast and is keeping a close eye on it in order to protect against a sneak attack. 14. The laughing alien.
What is
Most
that?
animals are inquisitive
Whoa,
by
look at
nature,
that right there.
which is
Look at
why
that.
the vast
Is that a
majority of
moose?
trail
No, it's a
camera
deer.
pictures
That
feature
deer
a
is
super
screaming.
close-up of a deer or two
my
inspecting
God.
the camera. This picture is no different. In it, we see a curious deer looking
What
directly
is
into the
that?
lens of the camera in an attempt to
I'm sorry, but that looks like an old man sitting in the woods, maybe taking a poop, and looking at the deer saying, "Ha, I got here before you." I don't know. That looks like an old man to me.
Doesn't
Creepy,
that
though.
deer with the lighting look like its mouth is open?
It does. It probably is. Probably scared.
figure out just what the device is and just where it came from. However, the deer seems to be so captivated by the camera that he
Yep.
fails to notice the mysterious creature
That looks
just
like
a
a.
few
Tell me that
feet
don't look like an old
behind
man.
him. The mysterious creature in question is believed by many ufologists to be an extraterrestrial. Hairless and
It could
naked,
be a
the
ghost.
I don't know if it looks like an
unidentified
alien to
being
me.
looks to be sitting
It does look like
cross-legged
kind of
with
like a
his
ghost,
mouth.
though.
Because like its swervy body.
I know why. Why is it that all this grass right here is perfect, and as it fades back, look at that. See that line right there? Just that right there is blurred out. Just that right there. See it? You can see the
Yeah.
box. I don't know. This might be fake. That looks like an old man.
No, but look. So it's the box right here, but its head is out.
That's what I'm saying. It's like it's a blur. They blurred out that area. I don't
Because
know.
his head looks perfect, and then you can see the
It
body
looks
like
looks like an
blurred.
old man doing Gangnam Style.
Out the gate, which has led some people to suggest that he is laughing. If the alien creature is indeed amused by the antics of the
Looks like the
bewildered
deer
deer,
laughing,
I
too.
suppose
That's
the
kinda creepy.
conclusion can be drawn that extraterrestrials aren't too different from the human
Oh,
race
it's creepy.
after
The old
all.
man taking a dookie or
13.
the deer laughing.
The Burlington
Oh.
Boogeyman. Nothing beats a good urban legend,
What
and the
is that?
Burlington Boogeyman may just be one of the
What is
greatest
that?
urban
It looks
legends
like
of all.
another old
The
man with
story
really
of the
long
Burlington
arms, like-
Boogeyman has been
like
passed
someone,
down
like,
among
got
Burlington
swolled up
natives
out
for
there.
generations. The legend claims that the malevolent ghost
That's
of
kinda
the
creepy,
Native
though, 'cause I
American
can't
chief
tell what
haunts
it
the
is.
forests of
I
Burlington,
don't know. If I saw
Pennsylvania.
something in the woods, I
It
couldn't
is
tell
said
what
that
it
the
was.
ghost's intention is to avenge his fallen tribe. Those who have encountered the spirit have described it as a kind of transparent, floating skeleton,
That's what it
and
looks
that's
like.
just
It looks
what
like
we
that
see in this
skeleton.
picture. Regardless on if you believe in ghosts or not,
Look at that.
we would
See that tree right there? You can see it through it.
Yep.
No, that looks like a spine, though.
Yeah, but it's not. It's that
I
tree
know,
right
it's
there.
that tree.
blame you if that photo ended up costing you a few hours of sleep tonight. 12. Beat the band. If a marching band plays a concert in the forest and there's nobody around to hear it, does it still make a sound?
What the heck?
Yes, providing the trail
And
camera
what if-
recording it
look,
has
it's right by
audio
the deer.
capturing capabilities.
Deers freak
This
out when people
picture
get
is
by.
certainly one of the
Why not?
more odd images captured by trail cameras over
Huh.
the
The
years.
deers look fine.
In it, we see a woman gripping tightly to a cello and bow, with no carrying case in sight. She seems to be surprised by the presence of the trail camera, which would go to suggest that she had visited this particular clearing a number of times prior to the device being installed. Exactly why this woman and the male accomplice behind her were visiting the forest so late at night is difficult to establish, but some have suggested that they were there to take part in some sort of ritual, which doesn't seem all that unlikely. 11. Fly, my pretty. This is one of those pictures that you need to look at a couple of times if you are to have any chance of figuring out what is going on.
It looks like a killer rabbit.
Upon first glance, it seems to be a picture of a deer, or something deer-shaped, running away from a predator.
That's not a deer.
Not all that weird,
The one running
right?
the deer.
Well, a second glance at the predator in question reveals that it is like no known creature in the world
It
today.
looks like,
Whatever the mysterious
you see that curved tail? Doesn't it look like a baby tiger? So it's like it's.
I don't know what it is, but no, the face is not a tiger. And that deer is dipping.
This looks like it would be a rabbit.
No, that's
Because
a deer.
look at its tiny arms
That
and
is a
giant
deer.
legs
That
straight
is a
up.
deer.
Meow.
No rabbit has long legs. I don't know what rabbit you're saying.
animal is.
That
It
is
seems
deer.
to have the body of a monkey, an animal
look
that
at
is
that
most
face. What
definitely
is that?
not
Looks like a
native to the
rabbit.
forests of the United
Look at that face.
That's crazy.
States. Just
creepy.
below
Bro,
the
that looks like
creature's
one of
deep
those, like that looks like the eye with like the markings around it, and
That is an eye. That's what's creepy.
I know, and then like this has, it looks like Goofy's nose mixed in with like Mickey's mouth
That's crazy.
with Donald's
Mm.
eyes.
That don't look like a playhouse.
human-esque
That's
head,
crazy.
resting atop its shoulder blade is what looks to be a pair of wings. So I guess the fiction classic The Wizard of Oz may not be
Wings.
quite as fictional as we
Whoa,
thought.
look at his
Oh, the
10.
flying
The
monkeys.
face in the trees. I actually had to look long and hard at this picture before I figured out why so many people have been so creeped out by it, and I'm going to assume you did too. This
Oh,
is
right there.
owing to the fact
Where?
Up there, right
that
there.
when you look at this picture, your
At the
eyes
top
are
of the tree.
immediately drawn to the tree which
Right there,
stands in
look.
the center, illuminated
it's
by the
upside down.
light of the trail camera. However, there is nothing unusual going on with that tree. The action is going on in the top left corner of the picture,
Yep.
where a disembodied face seems to have formed in the branches of another tree.
Oh, no.
Whether the
Where? It's supposed to be up there.
face belongs to a malevolent
Oh.
spirit or not is
Right
up
there,
for
2 eyes
debate,
in the mouth.
but this image seems to play
Oh,
into the ancient
that's
belief that
creepy.
trees are inhabited by the souls of
I
not
saw
quite
another-
departed humans.
It looks
9.
like an upside down face
Yep.
right there.
Alien abduction.
Whoa.
Since the mid-20th century,
Are you
humans
sure
the
it's not
world
just
over have
branches
been
around with the
reporting
light coming on in
encounters
black
with
and white?
visitors from another planet, with many
Oh, wait,
claiming
that's
to have
right.
been abducted by extraterrestrial beings and subjected to embarrassing,
Hmm.
oftentimes cruel experiments. Alien abductions have apparently become so widespread that many supposed abductees have set up
There's a light
support
coming
groups for
straight through
themselves
it.
and their fellow victims of intergalactic kidnapping to discuss their experiences.
Oh, that's from 2010.
This could actually be maybe someone put a light up in the tree or something for like when they're out there hunting and stuff. I don't know.
If this picture is any indication, aliens aren't just interested in examining us humans. Apparently, they're pretty intrigued by our animals too,
No.
which makes sense because our
That's
animals
crazy.
are adorable. Here, we see a deer engulfed by a bright, yellowish beam coming from the sky above, a far more concentrated
You know what'd
light
be
than that of
scary?
the moon. Ufologists
If
claim
his
this
tail
image
was off.
depicts an
Oh.
alien abduction in action, and it's
Or if
pretty
it's back
difficult
after
to
the
argue
party,
with
look it
them.
That
Crazy.
would be terrifying.
Little girl lost.
Whoa.
There's just something about children that is absolutely terrifying, regardless of where you
That's
encounter
creepy.
them.
She's
I
pointing.
get uncomfortable passing a little girl with her mother in a shopping mall, so you can imagine how
Oh,
much it
that's
would
creepy.
creep
You know
me
what that
out
looks
to encounter a lone
If they were-
child wandering.
If they were in the woods at night and then like everything's just fine, you could only see what's really close to you, and then you take a picture of your daughter, you click a picture, and then it goes flash, and there's like a like
Oh my
that
God.
hiding.
That's crazy. This is more creepy than the other ones, I think, just because of the
Through
little
a
girl.
forest
Yeah.
late at night. This picture seems to show one child doing that.
Behind.
The little girl, whose face is as pale as it is menacing, points directly
That's crazy.
towards the trail camera, almost as though she is trying to make the viewer as uncomfortable as possible.
Where is
Yeah.
your hair?
Behind the potential ghost girl stands a wolf, a predatory animal that would
That's a
generally
wolf?
take full advantage of finding a
Oh.
child alone and seemingly defenseless.
Look at
Better
her eyes.
run.
However, the wolf appears to be intimidated by the little girl, if not downright terrified of her, which would suggest that she is
I
not
am
your
too.
typical child.
Bro, look at that
7.
girl.
I bring you love.
Whoa.
That
This
looks like
picture
an
was
angel.
taken by a
Does.
landowner in North Carolina who had reason to believe kids and teenagers in the area were trespassing on his property. When reporting his
Crazy
problems to the
staff.
police, the landowner complained
Why
of
is it
seeing
it's
bright
creepy?
lights coming from inside a cluster of trees on the land, as well as hearing loud.
It looks like that's the arrow.
No, that's his arm. That's her arm.
That looks.
Holding a staff.
It looks like an arrow, and then he has a wing right here,
It's crazy.
and then like the legs. That looks like a girl head.
Mm-hmm.
Yet difficult to describe noises. Fed up of local authorities doing nothing, the landowner decided to take matters into his own
That's
hands and
crazy.
set up a trail
That's
camera to catch the trespassers in the act. That's how he ended up
That's
with
from
this possibly
2011.
miraculous image. Here, we see a glowing figure standing in a clearing, with the light
That
the
does look like
property
an
owner
angel.
had previously complained about literally pouring from its body. Many have speculated that the mysterious being, who looks not unlike Mr. Burns after his longevity treatment, may be an alien, or if you're the religious type, possibly even an angel. 6. He's behind you.
Oh!
This picture,
Oh,
taken
that just gave me the chills. Oh, I still have the chills. Oh, look at that thing. Look at
Bro,
that. Oh
The
no.
way they said the title.
Oh, he's behind you. As soon as they said that, I don't know about you guys, but I looked directly behind them, and I was looking at the little trees, and then out of the corner of my eye, I saw that little guy sitting there.
So he said,
Oh
he's
no.
behind you. I go like this.
Oh.
I look at them, and then I'm like, and then he says the title. So I look over.
Oh no. That is worse than the little girl.
Why are the arms long?
Oh my gosh.
by a Bushnell trail camera towards the end of 2010
Oh my God.
seems innocent enough upon first glance. In the foreground of the image, we see a smiling couple, perhaps the owners of the
They're
camera, or
smiling?
maybe
No.
just a husband and wife who stumbled upon the device while out for an evening stroll. In the background,
Is it
however,
okay if I keep
lurks
it
something
tonight?
far more disturbing. In the far right of the image, crouched down among the bare trees of the winter forest, we see an unknown
You care if I bunk with you?
That does not look like an old man. Look at it right here. Oh, that's creepy.
creature stalking the loved-up duo, who seem to be totally unaware of its presence.
No.
It's difficult
I'm
to
not lying.
determine
Do you
exactly
care
what
if I
we
bunk
are
with
looking
you?
at, but with its glowing eyes, smooth skin, and slender frame, the creature doesn't look like anything humanity is familiar with.
That's crazy.
Zombie Nation.
Oh.
What?
It's difficult to find somebody who believes in
That
zombie.
looks like freaking The Walking Dead.
Oh my god.
Because look at the lamps and everything.
That's crazy.
The map on the trees.
That's crazy.
Bro. Looks like that freaking park and if
Even
they're
the
in the
most
forest
staunch
in Walking
believers of
Dead.
aliens, Bigfoot,
That
and
looks like
ghosts
a zombie
find
for real.
zombies to be a bit of a tall tale. However, this picture, captured by a hunter's trail camera in the winter of 2012, may make suspending your disbelief a whole lot easier.
2012.
Although it isn't the clearest footage in the world, this picture seems to show a decrepit
10-11.
man stumbling through the woods alone late at night.
It's my
Clad in only a pair
birthday!
of trousers, the unnamed man seems to have an open wound on the
Mine's
left side of his
10-11-09.
chest.
That
This,
is-
combined with his eerie glowing eyes,
Crazy.
has made many supernatural enthusiasts wonder if this picture is
Crazy.
evidence of the dead reanimating and walking among the living.
Ooh,
4.
that's 1
Death on
a.m.
camera. Although the idea of death as a semi-living individual traveling around
Ah!
the world to collect the souls of the soon-to-be deceased
What? What is that?
is undeniably
that's like the,
fascinating and has given
That
us
looks like
some
Reaper.
great art
Reaper,
over
yeah.
the centuries. I don't think anybody actually believes in the Grim Reaper. I
Grim
certainly
Reaper.
don't, anyway. Nor do I believe that this picture can be interpreted as being proof of the Grim Reaper's
That's
existence.
crazy though.
This is very obviously a picture of a human being decked out in a black robe and an unconvincing white
Could
mask.
be.
That being said, it is
That's
undeniably creepy.
10:07.
Given that
Bruh.
trail camera
25 degrees.
That's crazy.
That's higher than what it is now.
Yeah.
are generally difficult to spot unless you are standing right in front of it. We can assume that whoever this unnamed individual is was wandering around the forest dressed as the Grim Reaper, totally unaware that there was a camera nearby. His original intention almost
the
certainly was not to
That's
frighten the camera operator,
terrifying.
but it may well have been to intimidate nature walkers and children playing in the woods. 3. The Goon.
Oh.
When people think of creepy pictures inadvertently snapped by aspiring photographers,
have eyes.
they tend to imagine images of
Oh my
semi-transparent ghost children somberly standing behind a smiling group of living friends. However, people don't have to be dead to be scary, as this picture proves and then some.
You go through the woods.
This image,
I see that guy.
snapped by the trail camera of a hunter who wished to keep tabs on animals in the forest
I gotta
near
knock
his
him out
home,
before he hits me with that
shows a
knife.
freakishly tall masked man taking a carefree stroll with a machete in tow. It's unclear exactly why the man, who appears to be unaware of the camera's presence, was in the forest on the night this picture was taken, but his decision to hide his face would suggest that his reasons were far from innocent. 2. Clowning around.
Oh, no.
Before we even start this, I just want to show you guys. 18 degrees feels like 10.
And we're in the house staying warm. But look at this clown clowning
Those
around.
supposed killer clowns started going around.
Oh, wait, was this is what that was. A long time ago, there was people dressing up like clowns.
Yeah,
killer
and
clowns.
going up to the
That's when
doors
this
of
was.
people.
On scaring everybody in the run-up to Halloween in 2016, things became so bad that a lot of people were afraid to leave the house, with some parents even banning their children from going trick-or-treating for fear they would run into a not-so-funny clown. Well, apparently the plague of killer clowns was a problem long before the fall of 2016. The timestamp on this image tells us that it was taken early on the morning of August 30th. 2009, a full 7 years before killer clowns began terrorizing neighborhoods around the world. Despite this, the picture clearly shows a grown man decked out in a colorful clown costume with a menacing skull-esque mask upon his face. 1. A dying deer.
Okay, let me talk to you for a second.
Oh.
Okay, so in 2016, there was all these freaking clown craps going up to people's doors and scaring the frick out of them. Most people even ban their children from going trick-or-treating because of these freaking clowns scaring the freaking poop turds out of them.
Yep.
I would be terrified if I ever walked out of my door, I'm going to my friend's house, what's up? And then I just see a freaking clown looking at me from the side.
All right, last one.
While most hunters probably like to think of themselves as the #1 threat to the existence of wildlife, there are a number of other problems animals have to deal with in the wild. In any area where animals coexist in large quantities, disease is a part of day-to-day life, with a fatal illness being a matter of when, not if, for many animals.
Yep. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. Anyway, never go into the woods at night. Plain and simple.
Straight up.
But anyway, thank you guys for watching another video from the Smithsonian's creepiest things seen in the woods on dash cam. Join us next time for another episode of the Smithsonian's. Don't forget, we'll be going live tomorrow, so join us, talk to us, ask us some questions. Thank you all for watching.
Hit that like button.
Turn on the notifications.
Hit that subscribe button.
Leave us a comment, and we'll see you next time. Peace.